Imagine the universe as a vast ocean of energy, where every drop contributes to a greater flow, where every wave resonates and affects the whole. This energy is the essence of life, an invisible force that is in everything and everyone, connecting us in ways we often can't see but certainly feel. Have you ever noticed how the atmosphere changes depending on where you are or who you're with? Feels like magic, but it's the pure dance of intertwining vibrations. Every thought we have, every emotion we feel, is like a stone thrown into a calm lake. The ripples spread, touching the surface and creating an effect that goes far beyond the initial point of impact. This makes us realize that our reality isn't just something that happens to us, but something we co-create every moment with every choice we make. When we become aware of the nature of this energy, we begin to see our own power. Have we thought enough about this? Every genuine smile, every kind gesture, every moment of gratitude sends vibrations into the universe that, in turn, return to us in unexpected ways. By raising our vibration, we also brighten our surroundings. It's like being in a large room full of mirrors, where what we project inevitably comes back to us. What are you projecting right now? Imagine your body enveloped in a luminous mist, a field that expands and contracts according to your inner state. That's your aura. Many spiritual traditions teach us that the aura is the human energy field that reflects our being. It represents our essence, and its colors and vibrations fluctuate with our feelings, thoughts, and even the environment around us. Have you ever found yourself near someone who seemed to emit particularly positive energy, like a comforting warmth, or someone whose presence seemed to drain your vitality? That's the interaction of auras in action. Our aura is constantly communicating with the environment, absorbing and reflecting the energies around us. We can think of it as a permeable membrane that needs care and attention, just as our skin needs to be protected and nurtured. But how do we care for this luminous sphere? It starts with self-awareness. By observing our thoughts and emotions, we can directly influence the quality of our aura. If we fill ourselves with love, compassion, and peace, this energy will translate into a healthier and brighter vibrational field. It's like polishing a dirty window, allowing light to pass freely. Similarly, certain environments can impregnate our aura with tension and negative energies. In such moments, practices like energy baths, using crystals, or even walking in nature can be powerful tools for restoring our aura's glow. Each of us is a star walking on Earth, radiating light, and we need to recognize this divine spark. As we cultivate positive thoughts and emotions, our aura becomes a stronger magnetic field, attracting similar vibrations. This means that by working on our inner energy, we not only benefit ourselves but also create an environment that positively affects everyone around us. How can we make this awareness a part of our everyday lives? Life pulses in cycles, just as nature breathes in its constant rhythms. The moon cycle, the flow of seasons, the sunrise and sunset. These cycles not only shape the world around us but also have a profound influence on our inner being and vibrations. We humans are not separate from the universe. We are part of it, integrated into its cosmic dance. Just as the tide is guided by the moon, we too are moved by these natural cycles that affect our feelings, thoughts, and our own energy. The moon, for instance, is not just a distant celestial body. It is an ancient companion, a silent witness of our nights, and a powerful conductor of our emotions. During the full moon phase, our energies are at their peak. Everything intensifies, both joy and worries. This is a great time to release what no longer serves us, letting go of what weighs on our souls. During the new moon, the darkness brings silence and the opportunity to plant new intentions. How can we make the most of these moments? Perhaps through simple rituals, like writing down what we wish to let go of during the full moon or visualizing what we want to manifest during the new moon. And then there are the seasons. Winter invites introspection, withdrawal, as if we need to prepare for the renewal that will come with spring. It is the time to look within, to understand our roots, and to strengthen our inner selves. When spring arrives, it brings a breath of fresh energy, the chance to be reborn and grow, like flowers blooming after the cold. In summer, we feel the warmth of the sun, the vibrant energy that makes us want to go out, celebrate, and share our light with others. And finally, autumn reminds us to let go, to shed what is no longer needed, like leaves falling from trees. Each of these cycles invites us to adjust our energy and tune into what nature is expressing. It can be as simple as allowing ourselves to rest more in winter or opening up to new experiences in spring. Aligning our daily practices, such as meditation, exercise, and even diet, with these seasons and lunar phases can be transformative. Imagine if, instead of resisting natural flows, we allowed ourselves to move along with them. How would our lives be if we embraced the stillness of winter instead of fighting it, or welcomed the vibrant energy of summer without fear? Imagine a tall, majestic tree. Its crown may extend to the sky, but its roots are deep, anchored in the soil, firm and nurtured by the earth. Just like that tree, we too need these roots. We need grounding to stabilize our energies and connect with the essence of the earth. In a world where we often feel pulled in 1,000 directions, distracted and stressed, grounding is the key to staying centered and present, as if we had a strong bond tying us to the ground. But what is grounding after all? It is the practice of reconnecting with the planet, reminding ourselves that we are part of nature, that our bodies, our senses belong here. It's easy to tell when we are disconnected. We feel anxious, scattered, as if our minds are always miles away, caught in an endless loop of worries and thoughts. Grounding allows us to return to the now, to this moment, and find comfort in what is real and tangible. There are many ways to practice grounding, and the simplest is to walk barefoot on the earth. Feel the texture of the grass under your feet, the temperature of the soil, the gentle touch of dry leaves. It is an invitation to become aware of the body, of each step, and of how the energy of the earth can rise through your legs, bringing a sense of stability. If you're near the sea, allow your feet to feel the wet sand, let the waves bring you a kind of purification, as if each movement carries away a worry. Another powerful practice is to hug a tree, literally. It may seem too simple, even childish, but there's a deep truth in it. When you connect with a tree, feel its solid trunk, sense its ancient and steadfast presence, your energy aligns. Trees are symbols of resilience, and through that contact, we can absorb some of that strength, anchoring our thoughts and emotions in the calm they radiate. Grounding can also be done through conscious breathing. Visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet, penetrating deeply into the earth. Each inhale brings stability, and each exhale lets go of anything that does not belong to you. It's a quiet reminder that, while we may have our heads in the clouds, we must always have our feet firmly planted on the ground. This connection with the earth is essential for balancing our vibrations. It is a return to simplicity, a reminder that we are not separate from nature but part of it, that our energy is shaped by the energy that comes from the ground we walk on. By practicing grounding, we not only find more balance within ourselves but also open ourselves to receive the true strength of life, which springs forth and sustains us. Imagine for a moment that your soul has a palette of colors, an infinite array of shades that go beyond the visible spectrum, vibrating and expanding beyond what the eyes can perceive. When you engage in any form of creative expression, painting, dancing, singing, or simply doodling on paper, it's as if you're dipping your soul into those colors, allowing them to manifest in the physical world. Art is a portal that connects us directly to our deepest self, the one that knows no words but feels and vibrates. Creating elevates vibration. Think about the feeling of listening to music that deeply moves you, making every cell in your body resonate with that melody. You know that moment when your feet start moving on their own, and your body wants to dance, wants to move as if every note is a current that pushes you forward? It's like tuning your energy to a higher frequency, purifying everything that's stagnant, elevating every feeling to a new level. That's art in action, a channel through which our energy can flow freely and naturally. Painting, for example, doesn't have to be about creating something perfect. It can just be about letting your emotions come to life on a canvas, mixing colors without a defined intention, and watching the transformation happen almost magically. Every brushstroke, every drop of paint, is like an extension of yourself. Even if you don't know how to draw, just the movement of applying color to paper can be liberating, a gesture that gives form to emotions that would otherwise remain repressed. Dancing is another powerful way to raise our vibration. By moving our bodies, we let them express what we often cannot verbalize. Our movements are like mantras in action. Every gesture carries an intention, an energy that propagates, connecting us to the present moment. When we dance, we let go of our worries, our fears, and we become pure energy, movement, a living vibration. It doesn't matter if we're in a crowded room or alone in a bedroom. The act of dancing reconnects us to the natural flow of life. Artistic expression is our way of telling the universe, I am, I feel, I create. It doesn't matter which form of art you choose. What matters is allowing that energy to come out so it can flow and transform. Writing, for example, can be a practice of channeling your own inner light, of recording emotions, ideas, and dreams. When we write, we have the chance to observe our thoughts from the outside, to give shape to things we often don't fully understand. Creating is also an act of healing. As we allow our emotions and energy to flow outward through art, We are, in a way, cleansing and purifying ourselves, removing blockages and allowing light to enter where there once was darkness. It is a movement of transformation, not just of what's in front of us but within us. Whatever the form of creative expression, the essential thing is that it helps us reconnect with our essence and makes us feel alive. Why not allow a moment of your day to be dedicated to this, to creating something just for the pleasure of doing it, without any expectation of perfection but with the intention of bringing more light and high vibration into your life? Who knows what might emerge when you give space for your soul to express itself? Imagine that we are all threads in a vast energy web, a great cosmic fabric that intertwines each one of us. In this weave, each thread is connected, and what affects one inevitably affects all the others. Our human connections, especially those we choose to nurture, are like bright points that reinforce and sustain this web. Cultivating a spiritual community isn't just about having people around, but about building deep and genuine bonds that nourish our energy and help keep our vibration elevated. We've all experienced moments when just the presence of another person made us feel better. It wasn't what they said or did, but simply being there, sharing the same space, bringing an energy of peace and understanding. These are the people who elevate our vibrational field, who, by connecting with us, create a positive energy exchange. These bonds are like the roots of one tree intertwining with another, sharing nutrients, stability, and strength. A spiritual community doesn't necessarily have to be formal or based on a specific religious practice. It can be made up of friends who share the same journey of self-discovery, people who understand the importance of staying positive, of cultivating habits that benefit both body and mind. Having such a network around us is like having an honest mirror, where we can see our strengths and weaknesses without judgment, only with acceptance and support. But how do we cultivate these connections? Often, it starts with our own willingness to be a source of light for others. By keeping our vibration high, we attract people who resonate with that energy. It's like a lighthouse in a dark night. Those seeking light naturally draw near. Acts of kindness and compassion are ways to strengthen these bonds. A simple act of listening, offering a shoulder to someone in need, or even a gesture of gratitude has an incredible power to transform not only the other person but also ourselves. And there is also an important aspect: recognizing and distancing ourselves from connections that drain our energy. We've all met people or encountered situations that seem to suck our vitality, leaving us feeling tired or even hopeless. It's not selfish to choose our companions carefully, it is an act of self-care. Sometimes, it's necessary to set boundaries to protect our energy, to ensure that we are investing our vibrations in relationships that nourish us instead of depleting us. Part of this journey of positive connection is also recognizing that we are not alone, even in moments when it feels like there's no one around. The spiritual community can extend beyond the physical people in our lives. It can include inspiring books, content that resonates with our soul, and even spiritual practices that connect us to the universe, like prayers or collective meditations, even from afar. Knowing that millions of people around the world are striving to grow, evolve, and connect is a powerful reminder that we are part of something much bigger. By consciously choosing to build a positive and spiritually connected community, we become both recipients and transmitters of high energy. We become capable of transforming environments, positively influencing those around us, and creating a space where everyone feels safe to shine, grow, and develop. After all, by raising the vibration of our community, we are also contributing to raising the world's vibration. And who wouldn't want to be part of a brighter, more connected world? Close your eyes for a moment and imagine yourself floating in a tranquil ocean, where each wave is a thought that forms and dissolves effortlessly. Meditation is precisely this: an invitation to float amidst thoughts without being carried away by them, without clinging to them. It's a practice that takes us to meet our true self, the central point from which everything emanates and to which everything returns. In this state of tranquility, the soul can breathe and finally hear its own voice, free from the distractions of the outer world. We live in a world that seems to pull us in 1,000 directions at once. Our minds are constantly bombarded by stimuli, be they worries about the future, memories of the past, or an endless list of tasks to complete. Meditating is an act of rebellion against this unsustainable pace, a conscious choice to slow down and reconnect with the present. But meditation doesn't need to be complicated. You don't have to retreat to an isolated mountain or sit for hours in absolute silence. It can be as simple as sitting comfortably, closing your eyes, and paying attention to your breath, following each inhale and exhale as if they were gentle waves coming to shore. There is beauty in the simplicity of meditation. By observing the breath, we are observing life itself flowing through us. Each breath is a reminder that we are alive, that we have the here and now to experience, learn, and grow. When we breathe deeply, we are not only bringing oxygen but also vital energy to every cell in our body. With each exhale, we release what no longer serves us, letting go of tensions, fears, and worries that have no use. Conscious breathing is an act of renewal, of being reborn at every moment. And as we dive deeper, meditation opens us to philosophical questions that we often avoid because of the hectic pace of modern life. Who are we beyond the roles we play? What is the purpose of this journey we call life? Meditation doesn't give us ready-made answers but creates the space where these questions can be asked and explored with honesty and curiosity. Often, it's not the answers that transform us but the act of questioning, of looking within and seeking something deeper than what is presented to us on the surface. As we meditate, we begin to realize that true peace doesn't depend on external circumstances. We can be surrounded by chaos, challenges, and difficulties, and still cultivate an inner state of serenity. This is because peace, true peace, is not outside of us but within. It lies in the space between thoughts, in the stillness that arises when we let go of attachment to the past and fear of the future. It's the present moment, this instant that, when fully lived, connects us to infinity. Meditation is also an act of self-love. It's taking a moment of the day to nourish the soul, to listen to what it has to say without judgment, without haste. This practice invites us to be gentle with ourselves, to understand that, just like the waves of the sea, there are moments of calm and moments of turbulence. And that's okay because each of them is part of the natural flow of life. By incorporating meditation into our routine, even for just a few minutes a day, we create a bridge to access our true self. A self that is not defined by the expectations of others or the pressures of everyday life, but a free, conscious, and connected self. Imagine the power of living life from this place of inner peace, where the answers don't need to be found outside because they are already all within you, just waiting for the stillness to be heard. Our body is the temple where our energy resides, and taking care of this temple is fundamental to keeping our vibration high. Self-care is not a luxury but a necessity, a daily commitment to ensure we are nourishing both body and mind with what we need to live in harmony and fulfillment. Self-care is the fertile soil where our best intentions can flourish, an act of love for ourselves that reverberates in every aspect of our lives. Nutrition is one of the most important pillars for nurturing our energy. What we put into our body has a direct impact on our vibration. Fresh, vibrant foods rich in nutrients are like high-quality fuel that keeps our energy levels high. Imagine your body as a garden. For this garden to flourish, it needs the best soil, sunlight, pure water, and constant care. Eating natural, unprocessed foods is like watering and nurturing that garden with everything it needs to grow strong and healthy. Fruits, vegetables, seeds, and nuts are sources of life that, when consumed, connect us directly to nature, to the earth's energy, keeping us grounded and vibrant. Self-care also includes habits that go beyond diet. Sleeping well is one of them. We often neglect sleep as if it were something less important, a time we can save to do more things. But sleep is where we restore ourselves, where our mind and body have the chance to rebalance, to release tension and process the day's experiences. Adequate sleep helps us cleanse our energy field, undo stress buildup, and prepare our minds for a new dawn. Moving the body is another crucial aspect of self-care. When we move, whether through yoga, walking, dancing, or any other form of exercise, we help energy flow. The body is not meant for stagnation. Just as a river needs to flow to stay clean, our energy also needs movement to avoid blockages. Exercise shouldn't be seen as a chore or obligation but as a gift we give ourselves, a moment to feel the body, to reconnect with it, and to thank it for its ability to carry us through life. Another essential self-care practice is creating moments of tranquility for the mind. Just as we care for our bodies, we must care for what we put into our minds. Words have power, thoughts have weight, and everything we choose to absorb, whether through conversations, reading, or what we watch, contributes to the quality of our energy. Practices like reading inspiring texts, listening to uplifting music, or simply taking a moment to reflect on what's good in our lives are ways to nurture the mind positively. Caring for energy also means giving yourself permission to rest and say no when necessary. We live in a culture that values productivity above all, where being constantly busy is seen as a symbol of success. But sometimes, the greatest demonstration of strength and wisdom is recognizing when we need to stop, when we need to make space for ourselves. Rest is an essential part of growth. It is the moment we regenerate and prepare to continue on our journey in a more balanced and healthy way. By practicing self-care, we're not only taking care of our physical body but also our energy field, our mind, and our soul. We are sending a clear message to the universe that we value ourselves, that we are committed to our well-being. And by raising our own energy, we become capable of radiating that light to others, inspiring those around us to also take care of themselves, to seek a more vibrant and meaningful life. Self-care is a path that leads us to a fuller life, where every action taken is a seed planted, a gesture of love that will bloom not just for us but also for everyone we share our journey with. And you, how can you nourish your being today so that tomorrow your light shines even brighter? We have reached the end of this journey of reflections, practices, and discoveries on how to raise our vibration and build a more enlightened reality. Along this path, we talked about energy, our aura, natural cycles, and the importance of connecting with the earth. We explored the power of art as a form of vibrant expression, the need to nurture spiritual communities, and cultivate inner silence through meditation. We concluded by talking about self-care, that fundamental practice that keeps us aligned with the best of ourselves. Now, the invitation is for you to reflect on your own energy. Which of these practices can be incorporated into your routine to transform each day into an opportunity for growth and connection? Remember that each small change, each gesture, is a step towards a higher state of being, more in tune with the universe. By raising your vibration, you not only transform your own life but also impact everything and everyone around you, becoming a true architect of a more positive and loving world. If you felt inspired by this message, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This way you help us share more content that can make a difference in people's lives. Together we can create a more connected community, where each of us is a point of light, contributing to a more vibrant and abundant universe. Thank you so much for being here. Let's continue this journey of elevation together. See you next time.